Hello and welcome back to Fat, Drunk and Stupid. So in today's episode I'd like to talk about owning the problem. And I am reminded of a phrase that I first heard in the army, and I've heard it since then. I mentioned in a prior video that I spent 5 years as a reservist and then 10 years active duty or regular service in the British Army. And one of the things that the Army's well known for is hats. The British Army in particular, we have some pretty impressive hats. The least impressive is called the Dilac hat. Colloquially known as that, it's cap camouflage or something. D-I-L-A-C. Don't I look a clown? Well, actually the C stands for something else, but let's just call it clown for now. I mean, as I say, we have these hats. The Brigade of Guards wears the fancy bearskins at Buckingham Palace and the castles. Sometimes they're called busbies, and that's wrong. Busbies are a smaller hat, typically worn by Guardsmen, King's Troop, Royal Horse Artillery. Most of the army would wear a beret, come in different colours, denoting the actual function of whatever part of the army you're in. Mine was a dark blue. As a corps soldier. The Scottish regiments wear Glengarries and Corbines. I'm sorry, not Corbines. Irish regiments wear Corbines. Scottish regiments wear Glengarries and Tam O'Shanters. The Gurkhas have their own hats. The Terai hat, and the pillbox hat. So we have all these fancy hats, but then there's some less fancy ones. There's a deputy dog hat, extreme cold weather. Those things are ridiculously warm. Then there's the hat ridiculous, which is a floppy hat that is worn in the jungle typically. A couple of versions of that, but the hat ridiculous looks just like one you get from a seaside shop that you wear on the beach, but these are camouflage coloured, a bit weird. So then there's the Dilac cap, which is just a basic camouflage coloured cap. Nobody wants to wear that. It's basically only really issued to recruits until they've earned their regimental headdress. That's quite a thing. First couple of weeks you get this Dilac cap, and it just looks terrible. Well, frankly, that's where I am with this diabetes thing. I have to own it, and don't I look a clown? I really do feel that. But equally, I also recognise that it's part of the process. I have to own this thing and do something about it, and I have been doing something about it. So just a shorter video today, just to emphasise that I do own this thing, and Dilac. But my weight this morning down to 239 and 239.2, so that's down from yesterday, best part of a pound. Glucose this morning was 102, down from 180 originally, so I really can't complain. I'm making progress. It's Friday as I'm recording this. This weekend we'll get busy with the exercise bike, and so there'll be a couple more to look forward to over the weekend. But for now, I'll leave you with Dilac. See you next time.